Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great night. Sorry for running a bit late tonight. I say that as if I tell you all when I'm gonna stream. Teehee. Oh, in the world? People were waiting. Geez, maybe I should have a pit open up before the stream actually starts more often. Alright, hello, friends. It's been a bit since the Silksong stream. I'm like, how do I start this shit? One thing that I will share with the class as I finish the tiny bit of background stuff I need to do is that today, at my day job, because spoiler alert, I don't exactly make a lot of money. But I don't exactly make a lot of money off of streaming. Shocking, I know. But at my other job, I was working on editing the Deltarune stream, and let me tell you, it's coming along pretty good. Honestly, I rewatched a little bit of it, not that long ago, and I think that the pacing and comedic timing and editing is coming together pretty well. I'm looking forward to putting it together more and more as we go. Because, yeah, we're like... I've got about, like, 7 or 8 minutes. Hello? I have, disappeared into the void, I guess. I don't even know if my audio is still getting caught. Okay, so you can still hear me? Cool. All of my visuals just stopped working, and, I don't know what's up with that. Hello, I guess I'll just be stuck as, like, Jamie in the void for, at least a little bit. But that's fine, I'm working on it. Because, I mean, really, what's a stream if it's not starting off with, like, at least something going wrong? Like, that's kind of the rule, isn't it? Oh, wait, I have lip movement? Not clickbait? I've got lip movement? I'm just really depressed and looking down to the bottom right, I guess. I don't know, I don't know why. Oh, we're back. Alright. That was a fun little, adventure. I was just trying to plug in my controller to play Silksong, and next thing I knew, I was wrestling with my computer to recognize my camera and my headphones. I still don't actually have game audio right now, but you know, that's fine. I'll figure that one out in the background as we go. I don't really remember what we did. I'll be honest with you because it's been a minute. Yeah, Jamie's clocked back in. All right. Fun times are over. I'm like trying to get my bearings of like what have we done and what have we not done. This is the problem with swapping to streaming this game once a week. Is that it's leading me to forget what I've done and what I've not. I believe I was considering fighting Sister Splinter last time, so I imagine I've done pretty generic Act 1 stuff. I've probably, like, barely touched Greymore, if I had to guess, and not entered Shellwood yet. That sounds about right. You all are still getting game audio, correct? Just making sure, because I'm, like, a solid 95% sure you are, but I would also hope one of you would say something if you weren't. Because, yeah, I'm still not getting audio, but that's fine. Who needs audio? Psh. You're not hearing game audio? Son of a bitch. Okay. That's a problem. Alright. Please hold while I wrestle with everything, I guess. I don't know why everything just exploded like this right at the start of the stream. So this here needs to... Can I just reset this? Huh. Is it a Silksong issue? Alright, hang on. Let me just... Real quick. Silksong was offended that you moved it to once a week? I guess so. Alright, I apologize if this is about to be really loud, but, So, were y'all able to hear that? Because I think it might be a Silksong issue. I don't know why that would happen, though. That was normal? Cool. Alright, well, I guess we're going to a brief intermission while I, restart Silksong. This is really off to a great start this stream. I really am loving the vibe here. I don't think I have like a backdrop on standby right now, so hang on, please hold. Hello everybody. How are you doing? This is the please hold screen while you wait for my Silksong to reboot. That was such a weird error. Like, I was being normal. Everything was fine. And then next thing I knew, my entire audio broke, my camera setup broke, and Silksong audio just separately broke. It was... Yeah. Just yeah. It was yeah. Alright, let me Control Z back to where I belong. Cool, cool. Alright, we're back. Truly the greatest opening stretch of any stream maybe ever. Like 8 whole minutes of basically just tech support. Fire. Absolute banger of a stream. Truly the best one so far. Everyone's jealous of my professionalism. So in terms of Silksong stuff, I'm like really not looking forward to doing Act 1 again. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, I also need to address the elephant in the room. Is my thumbnail and title clickbait? Arguably, yes. Considering our last death was not even to a regular enemy, like, very arguably. However, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? I've had this thumbnail for a while, and I've not had a good time to use it until now. So I went, alright, good enough, it's fine. I mean, all things considered, we died to Cygnus and Gron after Cygnus died. That's basically a regular enemy at that point. Phase 2 Gron is not a difficult fight. I do stand by it, though. Like, all things considered, I get way more deaths to regular enemies and environmental hazards and stupid shit like that than I do actual bosses. Because I put so much effort into gearing up for bosses that usually I don't die to them. Usually if a run ends, it's because I got caught off guard by something that, you know, I didn't think would be scary. Silksong's just being bratty today? Alright. Chat, what do you think Silksong as a whole's BDSM test results would look like? Which bosses have actually killed you so far? I couldn't even tell you. Cygnus and Gron, Gur, what else? Who else? I don't think I've died to Widow yet. Last Judge. Silksong's a rope bunny? I mean, I can't deny, we were literally just in an entire city of people, like, tied up and hanging from the ceiling. Silksong is definitely, like, a switch and is both a rope bunny and a rigger. What's a rope bunny? You'll learn when you're older. I mean, it's not exactly hard to guess from the name. Like, tell me, what do you think a rope bunny is in the bedroom? Because I would be kind of surprised if you were wrong. Someone who's into being tied up? Yes, literally yes. We have a winner! Ding, ding, ding! You have successfully guessed the kink! On today's episode of Guess the Kink, we're going to be showing you some incredibly unhinged art of Hornet and Lace from Silksong! Your task is to assign 5 different kinks to this image. You only have 2 minutes on the clock. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Sorry, I went into game show host moment. Mindset. Well, what are we doing again? Oh yeah, we're playing Silksong. You would make a killer game show host? Alright. I say that we pivot this entire channel to being me hosting various game shows, and they just get more and more unhinged. Big fan of the Guess the Kink game show idea. Ooh, got his ass. And he got my ass. Oh no. I've died in this room more times than I would like to admit. That's just Game Changers? I don't think that's true. I'm not like a Game Changers fan, but I don't think that's 100% accurate. Oh, don't forget about the Great Mundane. No, no, no. How could I ever forget? Joke's on you. Every, like, waking moment that I'm not working on something else, I am preparing, like, a way to make the Great Mundane a real show. I don't know, like, what I'll do for contestants, or a set, or a budget, or literally anything. But one of these days, in like 6 years, you're just gonna see a video uploaded onto this channel that just says, The Great Mundane Pilot Episode. I volunteer as tribute. We'll see if you're still watching me in 6 years, then we'll talk. God, how dare you even insinuate I could forget the Great Mundane? Literally the greatest stream conversation that's happened. Like, that's really when the Jamie So Nerdy streaming adventure peaked. It all peaked with the Great Mundane. Because, I mean, what else would the peak have been? Is my camera not being pointed at me properly? Hold up. Alright. I think my lip should be a little more cooperative now. I've messed with the lip settings, like, before almost every stream, I swear. Like, I don't... What do you want from me? What do you want from me? There, we'll try that, I guess. Oh, now my cursor's on screen. Gross! Ew! Get that off the stream. Hello, Sister Splinter. Got him. And another smash. Oh, hello. I need to be careful all of a sudden. I feel like I'm way more locked in than I usually am for Sister Splinter, just because it's like the first thing we're doing today. It's like, God, I've not even properly warmed up. Imagine being rope-tied by them thorns. That doesn't sound pleasant to me. I'm sorry, this might just be you. I hate to break it to you, but this is a you thing, not an us thing. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. I feel like one thing that is nice about the Silksong streams at this point is that because I've done this so many times on stream, and I've got such like a tight-knit group of regulars who show up like all the time, Silksong streams can be like way more conversational and less like about what I'm doing. Not to say Deltarune was like entirely talking about Deltarune the entire time, but a lot of it was. And now we're casually talking about things like, oh, you know, rope bunnies. And other things. You know, as you do. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. We all know what's going down, so embrace the other topics. No, for sure. Like, that's why... Even, like, after the Silksong arc is over, I would love to have, like... at least a stream a week that's, like, more chill and casual. Like, I'll do something silly, like... Minecraft, what's something fun I can do in Minecraft to, like, play it wrong? Here's the problem, right? Is that, like, control things are kind of off the table because it just does not sound appealing to me at all. Like, there's plenty of games where, like, you know, playing with bad controls can be funny. To an extent, that's what Deltarune did. That's what we did with Deltarune. But, mod pack with meme mods? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Minecraft where you try to die in every possible way. Low-key. Minecraft, but we try to collect as many possible death messages. Could be a really funny, like, stream if I ever, like, want to do a long one. Like, if I ever want to sit down and play Minecraft for 8 hours and just try to get as many unique death messages, that could be really funny. Like, I'm half tempted to do that, like, on Thursday now, because I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna stream on Thursday? Death bingo? The thing about bingos, right? Bingos are something that I find really fun, but I don't think they're the most interesting unless it's, like, competing against another person. And I don't have, like, any associates that, like, stream. And that kind of, kills that idea right then and there. Low-key, I would totally do a death bingo with someone, and I would, like, work on setting it up, too. I wouldn't mind. That's so worth it. Setting up, like, a bingo sync, like, a custom bingo sync is low-key so easy, because you just have to write all of the possibilities in a JSON file. I would so race somebody in a death bingo. I was trying to think of something, like, more, like, an example of something that could be chill and conversational and not, like, to put it bluntly, a podcast game. The equivalent to having Subway Surfers on your screen that I'm playing, as the conversations flow, and all of that. But I think trying to get as many unique death messages as possible is really funny as an idea, and I'm definitely keeping that in the back pocket. Shit, I'll just do a Skyblock series. That's what I'll do. Because no one actually cares to watch Skyblock, but people like having completed Skyblock, so it's like, oh, perfect. You don't have to just sit and watch me mine cobblestone for 8 hours, because that's not the focus. I'd rather die than do that, just so we're clear. If I were to do something silly like that, I'd be way more interested in doing a super flat world on stream. Super flat is low-key really fun. With structures on, playing super flat becomes genuinely super fun. What about Terraria Skyblock? Absolutely not. Terraria has like a lot of people that have attempted to make a Terraria Skyblock, and some of them can be kind of interesting and fun and unique. And then there's the official one that kind of sucks. Minecraft super flat could be funny. I feel like that's just... I don't know. I feel like what I want to, like, stream and what I want to, like, my, like, quote-unquote brand, I guess, to be is, like, fairly narrow. In the sense of, like... Because I've said on stream before that, like, how I view my content on this channel is playing games wrong. That's what I view, like, my niche is. But I feel as though playing something, I need a goal to work towards. You know? Like, if I were to do something like a Minecraft Worlds, like, for longer than a stream, I would want an end goal in mind. A point where the adventure is over. Super flat with maximum possible achievements could be funny, though. I will say. Just going for as many achievements as possible. Because I don't think you can... I think that there are some that you wouldn't be able to get, but you can get a surprising amount of them in super flat. Like, villager loot adds so much. Super flat with all achievements would be really cool. Maybe. And right now we're throwing out ideas that are like distant future. We're talking like what would replace Silksong on the channel. How would Nether work in super flat? I believe Nether generates normally. 100% Minecraft while dying every 10 minutes. That sounds awful, unless keep inventory's on, and if I put keep inventory on, everyone would be calling me a coward. I think, like, that's an idea, but it's an idea that... First of all, the Nether becomes an absolute nightmare. And it's also just, in terms of overworld, it's a challenge that, like, starts out, like, interesting, and then quickly becomes not. Because then it's just, like, keep 50% of inventory at random. When you're at the point where it's like, oh, you die every 10 minutes in Minecraft, at that point, you're building a world where you have beds on you 24/7, and you are paying attention to that 10-minute timer, and resting frequently. Now, I think some sort of game, but you die every X could work. I just don't think it works for a game like Minecraft. Like, that could be a fun Hollow Knight stream. I would do that. because then it becomes more about, like, routing than anything. And that's, like, that would be the most interesting part of a challenge like that, in my opinion. Why am I going, like, the longest route possible to Widow? What am I doing? Like, I kind of impressed myself. I don't think that I could have come up with a slower route if I tried without leaving Shellwood entirely. Yeah, I don't know. I could definitely see, like, the long-running formula be, like, there's a project we're streaming, that's more conversational and podcasty with chat, and then there's a project that is going to get turned into a YouTube video, or multiple YouTube videos, depending. I'm gonna be so real with you. I have tweaked my lip flaps so many times this stream, and they're not cooperating today. How about that? Let's try that. I guess. Yeah, I'm just having too much fun with chat. Can you blame me? But yeah, I could see, like, in the long run it being like, oh, I forgot to equip Pollet. That's awkward. Was having too much fun with chat. This is low-key a boss where I should not be podcasting too hard, but I'm not saying I won't. Merely stating I shouldn't. Whoa, that is not the arc I expected you to fly in. I've been scammed. What's 9 plus 10? 21. I learned this. I don't even remember if I got the full thought out again, so I'm probably about to repeat myself. But yeah, I could definitely see generally having something that's just for streams, that's more conversation-y, and something that is more, like, short-term, and is a little more about the thing. And obviously, I'm not saying that's like, oh, sorry, I will only talk about X while playing X, specifically, but just like, during Deltarune, for example, I feel like I veered away from straying, or I veered from, oh my god, sorry, trying to speak and kill Widow at the same time is not in my skill set, despite the fact I'm a Silksong streamer. There we go, that was easy. It's just a case where things that are more podcasty and more about chat interaction and such don't translate great to YouTube videos a lot of the time. There are ways to make it work, and if we get to a point where, like, you know, if we get to a point where, like, I'm actually pulling in, like, donations and things like that, being able to use TTS messages as, like, a way to have chat be involved those can make, like, good YouTube videos, but, like, that requires being, like, a big streamer. Deltarune stream was about experiencing the game for the first time. I don't even think it just has to be something for the first time. I think it's just, it is partially about that, but it's also just a game where I took the narrative more seriously, because there wasn't a point where I was going to be re-experiencing the narrative on stream. Like, if I read every bit of text in Silksong every run, my streams would be so boring because so much of it has repeated several times. And that's not to say Silksong dialogue isn't fun or is bad or should be ignored. It isn't. It's great. But just because of the format of how it's being played, the game is, in a way, less important to the conversation with Silksong. At least with Steel Soul, specifically. Because how many times can I say, oh wow, look at this. This is Widow. Look at that. We got the needle in. We can open those doors. Chat, remember when we went on a detour in the middle of the Steel Soul run? Which, mind you, we've done this every single run. Remember that detour that we took and we saw? They had a door like that in the Moss Home, and there was one in the Wormways, and we can go back to those. That's epic. Like, it just get really old really quickly. Y'all are my X factor that stop streaming Silksong long term from getting like too dry, is what I'm saying. So never stop being interesting, or the content will be worse, and you will be responsible for that, and you should feel bad if that were to happen. Chat chooses how you die in Minecraft? That's funny. Now I'm, like, conflicted, because I kind of want to brainstorm a way to make this Minecraft stream idea work for my stream on Thursday. But I also kind of want to save it for, like, I feel like... No. We're talking, trying to get as many unique death messages as possible. Speedrunning is, kind of, if you think about it, the opposite of what my brand is. Which is funny, because I actually really enjoy speedrunning, but... In terms of, you know, speedrunning is when you play a game so good that you're really fast. When my streams are all about playing games really wrong. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, I feel as though if I were to do the Minecraft stream on Thursday, I feel like there's a really good idea here, and I feel like any version of it that I put together for Thursday is not going to live up to the full potential of the idea. And that doesn't necessarily mean I can't revisit the idea later when I have, like, ways to better execute it, but... There is a part of me that's like, ooh, do I want to save this? But that's probably a bad mentality to have right now. Too early in to, have that mindset. Unless it's a case where it's, like, attainably going to be better in, like, the nearish future. Like, I shouldn't have that mindset of, like, saving things for when I can do them better. Except for the Great Mundane. Just sit and stare at us all stream? Okay. Okay, well, I feel like the bit is now over because I just tried to, like, put text on screen that said what I wanted to say, and then it just kind of died and disappeared, and I can't use it anymore. So, I guess the bit's over. But in order to look forward, because of how I have my program and everything set up, I have to actually look away from my monitor. So in order to like play the game like that, I have to use only the corner of my eye to look at the monitor. And low-key, it was starting to hurt me. And yet, I still did better in that gauntlet than I usually do. My phone just fucking tried killing itself after that. Well, have you considered talking to it about its depression? Have you considered that you're a neglectful phone mom? Have you considered it's all your fault? Got him! Calling phone protection services. Oh no, don't call Dave from IT. I don't want to go back to Hunter's March. Don't call Dave from IT. Wait, I'm so silly. I forgot to talk to Kriege about how he needs fucking rag pelts. I'm sorry that I forgot to talk to Kriege about his rag pelt problem. Bitch. I'm like fleshing out the Minecraft idea in my head. I feel like the most interesting way to go about that would be like, maybe I know what I'll do. Baldur's Gate 3 is on sale and you should get it and speedrun fucking a bear. That's a really good idea. I mean this wholeheartedly. I love the way you're thinking, and this would be a perfect stream. Literally, especially like, okay, first playthrough ever of Baldur's Gate on stream. And the stream does not end until I fuck the bear. I do not know how long that would take. The list of things I know about Baldur's Gate 3 is that you can fuck a bear. The only issue with this plan is that I don't think that my, I don't think that my computer could reliably run it while streaming. It would probably take fucking forever. I mean, I'd probably, like... I'd probably have someone on standby with, like, a guide of how to do it. You spent 10 hours in the opening area? Well, have you considered that that's a skill issue? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gremlin, for immediately agreeing. Get your ass over here. Okay, see, the game might be big, but if I'm specifically going into the goal of fucking the bear, then I would just skip a lot of the stuff you wasted 10 hours doing. Like, if I have a specific objective in mind, I'm not going for 100% playthrough, I'm moving towards that objective. And that objective is to fuck the bear. I just think it's funny. I do have, like, a list of games that I would love to, like, learn to speedrun on stream. You would fuck a bear? I mean, what can I say? I'm a big, big gay lover. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Help. Help. This might just be the biggest skill issue of all time. I would love for that to be clickbait, but honestly, oh my god, that was bad. I would love, if I ever got to the point where my schedule allowed me to stream, like, long-term, like a long stream, I think doing, like, spending X amount of time learning to speedrun a game and seeing how good I can do is really funny. And I definitely have a backlog of games that I want to speedrun just because I think they would be funny to speedrun. Most of them are not games I've even played, but I just think it would be funny if at some point in my life I speedran them. God, my lips are really not cooperating today. Nothing's working today. Alright, I guess we'll try that. But yeah, I have a backlog of games that I want to speedrun, not because I think I'll have fun doing it, but because, like, I want to be known as someone who's speedrun that game. I think that's really funny. Like, I basically bought Balan Wonderworld specifically with the goal in mind to speedrun it at some point. I've never played it. I still haven't. It is sitting in my game cartridges for my Switch. I've watched like one playthrough of it and went, wow, this game looks like awful. This seems really funny to speedrun. There's that, and there's, what's another good example? Forget that Ball and Wonderworld existed? Yeah, I think most people have, which just makes it even funnier to just casually stream speedrunning it. Yeah, I've got, like, I do have a stockpile of games that are just funny. Like, oh yeah, that's a game I'll learn to speedrun at some point, and I've never gotten to it. Balan Wonderworld's definitely one of the big two in my mind of, like, oh, these are games I really, really want to speedrun at some point. The other being Sonic and the Black Knight, because I think that the idea of speedrunning the video game where you play as Sonic the Hedgehog, but you have a sword, is just inherently comedy. Pajama Sam, I've done Pajama Sam speedrunning. Although, I will say, speedrunning the Wii port of Pajama Sam would go hard, and I do own it, and it's on my desk, literally 3 feet from me as we speak. I display my copy of Pajama Sam Don't Fear the Dark because I think it's funny. You know, maybe I should just... I'm realizing that I display this, but I don't display Balan Wonderworld. Sonic and the Black Knight is surprisingly okay. Like, it is shockingly decent. It is not a good game by any means, and it's really stupid. And the level design's not very, like, fun or interesting, and the mechanics are just kind of like Temple Run if it was Twilight Princess. But, credit where credit's due, you would think Sonic the Hedgehog Wii game where you use a sword would be worse than it is. Like, unironically, one of my favorite Sonic games I've played, which is, you know, admittedly a lot of the bad ones. God, now I need to come up with, like, some shitty challenge to apply to Sonic and the Black Knight. It is better than Sonic and the Secret Rings. Oh, it is. Sonic and the Secret Rings is actually, like, one of the worst games I've ever played. It might even be... I think I would go as far as to say it is the worst game I've ever played made by a major studio. And that is kind of worse in a way than, like, you know, someone who threw together a bad game and put it on Steam for 50 cents, which describes a lot of the other options in my mind. Like, Sonic and the Secret Rings is, like, not... It's just the way it controls more than anything. Everything else about the game is, like... I wouldn't go as far as to say it's good, but, you know, it's not, like, significantly worse than Sonic and the Black Knight, which I think is, like, a major improvement. No, it just boils down to it controls like you're trying to eat soup with chopsticks. It is the video game equivalent of that. And it's, like, unbearable. I straight up could not get through Sonic and the Secret Rings at all. Like, I played through a chunk of the game and was like, I can't keep doing this. This game controls too terrible. I never want to touch this piece of media again. Let me check a long play and see how far into the game I am, and if I'm, like, more than half, I'll keep going. And I was only a third. And I went, I can't do this. And I'm pretty completionist when it comes to games. I'll finish a game I do not enjoy, because I want to, like, say I finished it. I have literally zero desire to ever touch Sonic and the Secret Rings again. Alright, hear me out. I should stream Sonic 06 as a blind playthrough with no additional challenges to it or anything like that. Just because the way to play Sonic 06 wrong is by playing it at all. Imagine finishing things. Wow, you must have garbage partners. Like, damn, you never finish anything? I do own Sonic and Sonic 06, and I'm going to be honest with you. I bought a Xbox 360 specifically to play. Uh-oh. Hang on. Come here, buddy. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I bought a new well, not new, like used, because my childhood one, like, was busted. I bought a new Xbox 360 specifically to play Sonic 06. And I still haven't, like, touched it. That's another game on display, because I think it's funny. Actually, no. It's in my pile of games to display because I think they're funny, but I only have one slot allocated to, like, silly memes, and right now it's Pajama Sam. You know what? Just because we're talking about it on stream... Get over here, Sonic 06. Beautiful. Stunning. Alright, perfect. Sonic 06 is now displayed the way it should be. Right next to my monitor. I have to look at Sonic 06 every time I sit down to stream. Did I ever grab this? Okay. Was anyone actually paying attention to Silksong a couple minutes ago? Because I went over to, Skinks. Did I ever get the spool fragment that was next to him? Or is that still just there, and I walked past it without thinking? I don't think I know enough about Silksong to be useful. Unfortunate. I don't think you got it, but I wasn't paying attention. God damn it. So I have to climb all the way up that other room again. Whatever. That's fine. Mildly inconvenienced. Worst day of my life. You know how it goes. It's not that bad. I'm already, like, right here. I just have to climb this section. I just rode that man's face until he died. Come here. No! Stop flying! There we go. I ain't fucking dealing. After I almost died to one of those earlier, I'm not dealing. On stream? Yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it anymore. I had to ride his face on stream. Weather update, I did get the spool fragment and my night is ruined. I'm thinking, honestly, doing the Minecraft stream would be really fun. I might do that. I've got ideas of how I can make it work. Mind you, my computer, like, is kind of ass, so, like, my render distance is not gonna be great, but it'll be fine. If anyone complains, they can just donate me enough money to replace my computer. I did the thing again. I did the classic Jamie maneuver. I did the classic Jamie. I highly doubt anyone does, but does anyone happen to have a guess for what classic Jamie maneuver I did? I'll give you a hint. Oh, what in the world? I'll give you a hint. It was in Silksong, and it was this stream. That's right, chat. I forgot to upgrade my needle before leaving Bellheart. The classic Jamie maneuver. Hooray! We expanded our crafting kit? Our crafting kit inflated? Alright, that's fine. I expanded? I inflated on stream? That's not a thing I can do with my VTuber, unfortunately. I'm not that talented. I was about to say something, but I'm not giving you all that idea. Alright, let's go sell our artifacts. Let's go upgrade our needle. Let's go fuck bitches and get money. Scrounge, buy my garbage. I don't want it. I picked up all this trash. Give me good money for it. I guess we're going to... Let's go get Sharp Dart, because it's funny. Now this raises the question. Do I remember how to get Sharp Dart early when I've not done it in like 3 weeks? I think so. That's a shot caller. Everyone go bzz bzz. Greetings, shopkeeper. I'd like to buy your shit. Alright, you don't have anything yet, because I've not found the courier. Well, not my problem. He'll find his way home eventually. I zoned out and all I heard was shot caller. I mean, are you surprised? The shot caller comes up like every 10 minutes or so when I stream Silksong. Because I'm just constantly stimming AB, 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 and I'm constantly binding, and I'm constantly engaging in bondage, if you will. And then I'm constantly wasting my silk. You know, I'm shooting out my silk while I song. Damn, I usually get hit at least once by that guy. I'm floored. Maybe I'm not so ass at Silksong after all. Chat, you cannot just drop I wonder what a shot caller would really feel like in chat. I'm sorry, I know y'all are like pets, but... Cause now it's weird if I keep the bit going. Now it's a kink thing. When before it was like, you know, stealthily a kink thing. Wait, I never popped that. That means I probably never got this Weaver effigy over here. Was it not always? Not explicitly. Before, you had to be, like, tapped in to recognize it was a kink thing. Now it's just, like, objectively speaking, a kink thing. I guess what I'm saying is the plausible deniability has been removed. I'm aware I'm not exactly a family-friendly streamer. But, you know, I usually try to leave some sort of plausible deniability for at least sometimes. That way the freaks get their fun, and the people that aren't freaks, miss it. Alright, well, I messed up. I messed up early sharp dirt. No! God, if only I had sharp dart, I'd be able to make it across this. Does that make us not a family if you're not family friendly? We are a family. I'm just incredibly hostile to all of you. That was weird. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Glad to get a family life never changes. You can't just drop that. You can't just drop that in the middle of the stream. That's cheating. Holy shit, we're in Karn. I'm gonna be so honest with you, I did not remember that this Weave Nest was named Weave Nest Karn until right now when I saw it in the bottom left. It just sounds so stupid. Weave Nest Karn? A Weave Nest Karn? Well, we got Sharp Dart. That's what matters. Let's go, shitty Sharp Shadow! Woo, woo, woo. Now that my schedule at work is, like, a bit more stable, I've been thinking about, like, having a routine, stream schedule. And the problem with that very quickly became, my job then spontaneously booked me for, a couple extra trainings over the next, couple weeks. Meaning my schedule is no longer set in stone. Like, I was like, maybe streaming, like, every Monday, Thursday would be good. Or something like that. And then, oops, nope. I'm working, like, crazy overtime on Mondays now. Awkward. Weed Nest Karma? Oh, that's really good. Give me my heroin! My blue Raz heroin! The way Karma was a typo, that honestly makes it even funnier. I felt like you truly embraced Redditor energy with that one. Sometimes the greatest things in art are made on accident. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Alright, that's one Slurpee Slurpee. And on our way to two Slurpee Slurpee. This way leads to Bone Grave, so I don't care. So, I think Minecraft Death Messages stream will happen on Thursday. I think that sounds fun. Is there any specific death messages that, y'all who are here tonight, have in mind that, like, would be fun? Because, I mean, you know, we're discussing the idea as a group at this point, you know? I've got a bunch flowing through my head. I've got a rough idea of, what to do, but... Starve to death? Yeah. I mean, it's a classic. How could you not? I think Withered Away is really good. I really want to get some that are really silly. Like, I've got some ideas that I don't want to spoil here. But I've definitely got a few that are, bouncing around the old noggin. Fell from a high place. I don't mind the idea, but I think that you can get more interesting with it. I think being knocked off from a high place by, like, an obscure mob is, like, pretty funny. I don't stream for that long, so it can't be anything too crazy, but... Like, getting knocked off... Getting knocked off by, like, a magma cube or something like that is pretty funny. Or, like, a pillager. But that's a bit RNG dependent and could make the stream really unfun. Depending. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Yeah, wow, this entire, like, small area over here, I just never went to. That's silly of me. I am a goose. I just processed that. There's something we didn't do, but that's fine, I guess. I guess we're going back to the worm whiz. We were just there. Ah. God, I should not be yawning already. I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. Excuse me, sir. I want to bounce on you. One buddy. Two buddy. Hello, vomit bug. I'm gonna be so upfront with you, chat. If I lose this run tonight, the Silksong portion of the stream is over. Like, even if it's really, really soon at this point, I definitely do not have it in me to, like, start another run tonight at all. Now, will I end stream immediately? Not necessarily. Obviously depends on when that would happen. Got him. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Like, maybe I would just, like, swap stream to something cozy. Act 1 takes a piece of your soul every time you start it. A little bit. Just a little bit. That's one thing that is nice about streaming Silksong once a week, is that I've definitely hit, like, a little bit of Silksong burnout. Not saying I couldn't, like, I'm not saying I'm not having fun, and I'm not saying that, like, if I really wanted to be a Silksong creator, I would be fine with that. But just attempting Steel Soul over and over and over for, like, a month and a half, it gets draining. Which, mind you, this is my choice to be here. I'm not gonna, like, sit here and make this into a pity party or anything, but that last death really broke me. Like, if we get too many more of those, Silksong might go on indefinite hiatus. But I knew what I signed up for. I've only, I've probably done more runs off-stream than on-stream. Because before I started streaming, I did probably a good, like, 20 or so runs, maybe more. That obviously, didn't go very well. But I knew what I was signing up for. And I want this. I really do. Especially now, because as DLC comes out, the game will probably get easier to 100%. Will get easy. Yeah, well, sorry, I just had a stroke over if I was speaking English anymore or not. Oh my god. But yeah, it will get easier as DLC comes, because getting 100% in Hollow Knight is kind of low-key easy now. Getting the base 100% in Hollow Knight is a harder challenge. Not by much, because Hollow Knight's a significantly easier game, but... I think the batch of people who beat 100% Steel Soul before the introduction of any DLCs are definitely going to have a harder time than those that wait for DLCs. And that's why I don't want to be a coward. Have I used Sharp Dart a single time yet? I really don't think I have. Pardon me, excuse me, let me smack that. Let me just jump straight into the friends. The pit of friends that awaits me and wants to snack on my body. Memory lockets. Fine, we'll do the chakra room. There's rosaries to get there. I wanted to try to pogo off of the buddy, but they didn't seem like they wanted to get into the position for that. Get over here, bitch. Got him. Oh god, chat, am I doing it again? I got that memory locket earlier, right? The one I always, like, have a stroke over if I've gotten or not? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, my sharp dart got canceled. Girl, don't ask me. I'm sorry. I'm asking the chat as a collective. I didn't go, underscore salty vinegar. Did you happen to notice if on this specific frame of animation, Hornet hit the gritty? Like, that's not a thing I did. Oh, my lord. Alright, well. The underscore is silent? Okay, sorry. Salty vinegar. Is that better? I tried to leave like an appropriate amount of silence that I thought an underscore would take up. Whoa, hello. Sometimes I forget that there's things that can kill you in this room. You're insane? Probably? Most people that stream and work in behavioral health tend to be, so. Alright, let's go gambling! Chat, I would kick this dude's ass at some Yahtzee. He wouldn't stand a chance. It's not my fault his dice are rigged. God, I am off my A game tonight. I literally keep seeing the flash of white. I keep seeing exactly the timing, and I can't do it, because I'm bad. There we go. Oh my god, all of that work to get one successful throw. There we go. Okay, I've got it downloaded. I've got it locked. I am goated with the sauce, one might even call me. Three in a row? 3 in a row? 3 nat 20s in a row? Four nat 20s. I'm cracked. I'm sick with it, one might even call me. It took me way too long to download the timing, but we got there eventually. 5 in a row. Yeah, maybe I'm actually good at this whole gambling thing. Six. Oh my god. Sorry, buddy. I'm just gonna take every single rosary you've got.
Buenera.
Alright, what else are we gonna do tonight? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not feeling my best today. I don't really have the ability to stream. I wasn't able to stream yesterday. And then tomorrow and the day after, I'm a bit unavailable to stream. Friday, Saturday, I'm not available to stream. So it's like, fuck, if I want to stream twice this week, I kind of have to stream today. So I wanted to do a Silksong stream this week. I wanted to not lose it entirely. But we're going to be wrapping up early tonight. Even though I started late. I'm such a professional streamer. But I've just been feeling pretty ill. I thought about canceling stream altogether, which I don't know if it counts as canceling when no one knows you're planning on doing it, but shrug. Alright, what other Act 1 shit is there to do? Oh, I brought back Courier. I can buy your shit now. Thank you. The multi-binder, capable of binding 4 titties instead of 2. Alright, take my relic, loser. Alright, what are things that I can do that I would forget to do next time? Damn, he got 4 titties? Wait, is the implication that it's, like, used? Because if so, I understand why he's selling it for, like, 900 now. Like, damn, that's so valid. Damn, that dude just got destroyed. Alright, I would definitely forget to do this. I'm trying to think about things, because I have wall jump and I have needling now. Those are things I've gotten this session. So it's like, okay, what are things that require those that I've not done today? So there's this. There's the Weave Nest at Farfields. There's Weave Nest Atla, which I'm probably not doing tonight, if I'm being honest. For right this second, we'll go through the marrow and do marrow shit. Maybe I'll start leaving notes for myself after stream. I've done that occasionally, but maybe since I'm streaming Silksong once a week now, maybe I'll make it like more of a thing that I put effort into. Hello, Lottie.
Megina Fora.
Rankamentis Faradalia. Primpolo Casato. Bavuma!
Oh my god, with how off my A game I am, I might actually lose this. I mean, not the first time around, because the first time around's like free, but... Like, if there's any minigame I should not be losing, it's this one. Got him. Got him. Got him. That's fine. I got greedy. Oh wow, that was it. I knew the first time around was easy, but holy shit. Bafuma! Your girl is locking in. Oops. Your girl is not locking in. What? I don't know why this one's so hard for my brain to track. Okay, I figured it out. There we go. Ooh, that was almost too early. What the hell? There we go. Easy. I had to lock in more than I usually do, though. Like, I definitely felt like I had to pay more attention than usual. Which in my heart is a loss. Look at Peb's bag. I wonder what happened to Peb. We definitely didn't murder them last stream. Haha. Get your ass over here. Bring that pussy over here. Okay. God, I love Sharp Dart. I feel like I've not clicked it a single time until right now. Which is probably because I don't think I have. But now that I've remembered how fun it is, I'll be using it more. And to be fair, I wanted to use it earlier, but I just didn't have the silk for it. And then I got hit out of it because God told me now. I got hit with the Remember Son, dying is gay. Alright, let's do Terrible Tyrant, and then maybe call it there? I don't know. We'll see. Dying is straight? Well, shit. I guess I'm immortal. Really? That's annoying. The whole immortality thing, it's annoying. Like, how am I supposed to be, like, quirky, suicidal, relatable XD girl if I am immortal? It's not my fault that I'm gay. I'm gay where it matters. Ooh, got his ass. Alright, time to do everyone's favorite boss. I know the click, oh my god. That was really funny, actually. All for that. I was about to make a comment about how uninteresting this fight is, but with how fast that was actually really funny. I was gonna say my clickbaity YouTube title for this moment right now would be, Can I beat Skull Tyrant without falling asleep of boredom? And then it would just be a clip of me asleep. Like... humor. Ow! Alright, let me look through my list of quests to see if there's anything that jumps out to me. No. We've done, like, all the Act 1 quests. Oh shit, now I need to like brainstorm like things that I still need to do. We have successfully made it back to Bone Bottom. Now we can turn in our quest and definitely not cause any deaths. Alright, one heavy rosary necklace. Before I forget to, we should go to Moss Druid and give her the berry. Although, no, we can wait until after we've Nest Atla to do that. Let me just casually skim through everything and like think, what else is there to do? Weave Nest Atla, Weave Nest whatever the fuck, in Far Fields. And then like Sinner's Road, and that's it. That's crazy. Alright. I think it's fitting if we end the night in Belhart. No, maybe I'll play a little longer. I'm not a scam artist, okay? I need to hit at least a 2 hours for this stream. Oh my god, 18 more minutes? Fuck, okay. Alright. I can think of things to do for 18 minutes for sure. Haha, yeah, definitely. We can go to Upper Greymore. Yeah, we can do that. At least unlock the shortcut to Sinner's Road. Maybe even do some Sinner's Road stuff. Oh, I never got Flea Brew. I should do that. I'm not doing my mom for 18 minutes. Oh, I need to get Reaper Crest still. That's a silly thing to miss. How'd I do that? Well, not so much how did I miss it, but more so how did I forget about it? Got him. I will say, I am not bothering to hit the 2 hour mark if I manage to die. Which, you know, I don't think I will, but I'm also kind of playing bad and reckless and silly. And mayhaps even a gay. But hey, we've gotten most of the way through Act 1. That's not nothing. Let's heal up. So now we go to, the other tower. Yes, we need to hit the second tower. We can't just hit one tower, we have to hit both. No scissoring allowed. God, I love Sharp Dart. This move's so silly. You know who I love more than Sharp Dart? Nobody. If you're expecting me to say chat or anything like that, incorrect. Sharp Dart is my one true love. You can't just hit me with a your mom like that. I feel like I'm getting deja vu. And there's a Silk Eater. Eater, I hardly know her. Get your ass back here, boy. Oh, well. Or not. We don't have to, I guess. I was hoping you would. Alright, there's a Wisp Thicket. Let's grab this silly flea here. Hello! We can go into Sinner's Road, why not? It's not like any of the items that we're really missing would help in Sinners. Oh wait, I was gonna get Reaper Crest. How did I manage to get distracted from that again? God, what is wrong with me? Aside from, you know, ADHD. And a lot of other things. Because this is Yarnaby, right? Yeah, don't care, didn't ask. You're always on Sinner's Road. You should clear your browser history before you die, then. If I had to guess. Hope the advice helped. Hope the incredibly unsolicited and unhelpful advice helped and changed your life. Why would I care? I'm dead. Because God can't see your browser history if you delete it. So, like, you can, like, look up all sorts of immoral and, like, illegal things. And as long as you delete your browser history afterwards, God can't judge you. I'm just saying, if you delete your browser history, you dodge going to hell, is what I'm saying. It's a life hack I heard on Alex Jones once. He was talking about, you know, that trans porn he got caught looking at. But I imagine it applies to all sin. Oh my god. Sorry, that gauntlet was just so boring. I almost fell asleep. Beans. Yo, can we get a beans in the chat? More beans in the chat. We bound the crest of the Reaper? Bondage? Here's the thing, whenever y'all post uwu in chat, it makes me want to, like, you know, try to do the, you know, the uwu. But I'm worried if I do it too often, someone later down the line is going to make a compilation of all of the uwus, and I really just don't want that. I don't even really want clips of the uwus. That's on you. God forbid a girl try to bond with her chat. God damn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. How dare you ruin my plan? I knew it. I knew you were scheming. You're the type of person that, like, puts together sneeze compilations, I bet. And that's why I've had my nose removed. Someone zap the shock collar. Maybe that'll wake me up. Someone played Got Your Nose really roughly with me as a kid. I'm sorry. I can't sneeze anymore. We can head up far fields and grab something. Oh, we can fight Rhino Grub. When will the shot collar stream happen? Here's the problem. Okay? Here's the problem. I do the thing that I would want to trigger the shot collar so often that I think it would actually be really bad for my health to actually do a shot collar stream. Like, that's the honest answer. Because, like, haha, get zapped, like, once, maybe twice. But with how often it comes up, like, I think I've done it, like, 4 or 5 times this stream, so, like, every 20, 30 minutes. That's a lot. Especially if it's a longer stream than tonight's is gonna be. You work in behavioral health, right? Yeah, and I really don't think that, it would go over great with my coworkers if they saw big, scars around my neck area. Because depending on the shot collar, will either look like I've been strangled or I've been having a really good night. Alright, now we grab our flea brew. Now, I work in, like, a subset of behavioral health where, like, they generally don't, like, they don't view me as, like, the same clientele as the people that I typically work with. But they probably should. Whee! I got a rune harp. Alright, next we go and get ourselves... Did I get the bone scroll? I did, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. We can go fight Rhino Grub, and then we're probably gonna call it for a night with that. Definitely a shorter stream, but, you know. I was very close to canceling the stream entirely, just because I've not been feeling great at all today. But, you know, at least we got a couple hours. But your girl needs to go to bed early and get some rest. So that way she can feel better for the Minecraft stream coming Thursday. Probably. Unless I, like, impulsively change my mind, which I am known for doing. Alright, where the fuck is the rhino grub? I know it's up there, I just need to climb all the way up here. And all of this for what, like one beast shard and a flea? And that's assuming I can actually kill the rhino grub, which, you know, to be determined. I think this is kind of breaking my philosophy of, you know, go into everything as well equipped as possible, but it's fine. It's just so easy to run away from that I'm not concerned. Even if I lose the fight, I'll win the war type deal, you know? Kaboom. Get your ass over here. Wow, that was actually really easy. I should probably equip that more often for that. Woo! Did I buy everything from you, Mort, you bitch ass, that I hope you die? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Alright. We'll end off in Mort's little shack here. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. Sorry again, short stream. Just not been feeling well. I've got a busy week ahead of me, so... You know, couldn't really reschedule it for another day of the week, so... But there's our Monday Silksong stream. Thursday we'll do Minecraft, and then next week we will, you know, do another Silksong stream and then do something else. We'll see. But thank you all for coming. You all have a great rest of your night. Drink your water, eat your veggies, and your other important food groups. And Jameson out.